it incessantly bothers me that I keep doing things that turn the camera off. I just recorded something, now I have to take the whole goddamn thing again, which, anyway. Alright, so I'm using a new cleaner called Barkeeper's Friend. I just gave you a long video about it. It's now totally useless. Got a piece of paper towel in my hand. I've got the Barkeeper's Friend came in the mail. I'm going to put some in the pan. No, I don't have enough hands to show you me putting it in there to hopefully improve what Barkeeper's Friend can and will do. I'm using a Brillo pad to apply it instead of something else, anything else. I'm going to just gently apply it, and then I'm gonna let it soak for a minute, like you would with water in a bowl, you know. So it's now soaking. I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture on your behalf of it soaking. I just don't have a camera person, you know. Back in the day, we had a camera person would come out and do three-point lighting for this show and a field shoot. And three-point lighting and God knows what else. And nowadays, it's one guy with a camera hoping against hope. Alright, so there's, if I don't mess it up, there's the pan. You can't see the stain as well as you could. There's the stain. And there's the Barkeeper's Friend on it. And letting it soak, and then I will try to scrub it off with the Brillo pad that has that, and it has the Barkeeper's Friend on there, right? So it's been on there maybe 1 minute so far. I'm gonna try it now. Drum roll, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see what happens. I hope this stuff works. I mean, it's very famous, this company. I've just read on the bottle, or plastic bottle, like 3.6 minutes ago, that this company's been around since 1882. And when people use this stuff, they usually just keep using it forever because they like it so much. I was very discouraged by this stain not coming out of a pan. I've never had a stain in a cooking pan that wouldn't come out. I just don't. I mean, I've been a dishwasher a reasonably lot amount of time over my life, and I've never had a pan anywhere, in commercial setting or otherwise, do that, you know. And I don't know what in God's name they put in this stuff, but I hope it works, because that Brillo pad's not working by itself. The Brillo pad's not working by itself when you use it by itself. When I use the two of them in conjunction with each other, I might be able to get that stain off of there. Now, if I can't, then that's life in a big city. If I cannot, then I'm gonna try to get a bite of food, but I probably won't be able to. Oh, Lord Jesus, let me rinse my hands, get a bite of food with a spoon. Put down some more. Put down some more paper towels on the counter. Move the stuff. All this stuff in here. What a world I live in. It might help, hopefully. I'd be using the kitchen, but the kitchen has got its own problems right now that are quite extensive. As far as I know, the kitchen needs to be its own person right now. Just maybe go to therapy or something. Kinda not joking. Alright, so now I'm putting the more paper towels on here so it's kind of quiet. I am gonna turn the pan over because I want to try working on some of these stains on the back. And I'm going to try to do a before and after, although like I say, whenever I touch this camera, I nearly always screw it up. Okay, so there's one of the sides of the pan with the various black things on it. Trying to create a before and after thing, like I said. Put this back over here where it's dark. Okay. Alright, let's do our experiment, please. Oh my god, my god, my god. Hold on. Bye. Okay. Wow. What a mess. What a mess. Oh my god. Ah, Lord. Oh god. Shit. Where did I put that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm drying my hands in the middle of cleaning something that's beyond my understanding. I am going to take these paper towels and put it into the pan and make it even less noisy because a metal pan is kind of inherently a noisy thing. I have yet to apply the stuff to the pan on the outside part. So, doing that now. Just a tiny bit of water on a paper towel. I'm just going to gently apply it in this one area only. Okay. I'm going to let it soak, of course. Let it soak. Okay, it doesn't go. Yeah, it's soaking. It's just not. The paper towel's probably not the right thing. They gave us a cloth to apply it with. And only now am I seeing the genius of using their cloth to apply it, because it's the product, that Bar-Keeper's product just soaks itself into the paper towel and doesn't go anywhere onto the product. It just goes into the paper towel. So, fairly useless to use a paper towel to apply it. switching over to their cloth. Here's the cloth they sent with it, which is kind of nice that they did that. Alright, so let me reapply it with the cloth. Okay. Putting some on the cloth. Rubbing it on the pan. Dabbing, rubbing, dabbing, rubbing. I'm gonna, just for fun and to be quite bold, put some on the heaviest, most egregious part of the blackness, which is the bottom of the pan. Saying the phrase egregious part of the blackness feels like I'm gonna get myself in trouble somehow, but okay, I'm gonna let it soak. Oh my god. Lately my food always gets cold before I get to it. It's too busy, but I've come to learn to eat my food cold. That's fun, boy, oh boy. God, God, God. There's my food. Well, some kind of chicken, carrots, peaches, etc. Here's the thing again. I don't think I even showed it to you yet. There's the product we're talking about. It seems like a mom and pop company, still called the Barkeeper's Friend, and still, it's been around, like I say, 1882. Kind of company I really like, you know. So might being around that long. Well, I put it in there, it's soaked. There's nothing else for me to do except just try it and see if it's going to work. I'm not really encouraged at this point yet, but I'll try it and see what happens. It's either going to work or not, and if it doesn't work, it's not like the end of the world. Most people, yeah, of course, fall on the floor. What other? You couldn't possibly do what I wanted you to do. That would be egregious. Most people in the world are used to having their pans with black stains on the outside, especially. So, but if I go into the cleaning business, like I'm thinking of doing, being able to go into someone's home and take black stains off their pots and pans might impress them and help them think, well, this guy's doing a better job than my last house cleaner. She wasn't able to get those stains off, and nobody even considered asking her to try. So that might impress someone, which would be nice. Okay, so here we go. Drum roll. I don't know, guys. I'm just doing the best I can. I get the lighting in here is extensive, but still not showing me. So I'm just going to do this, you know. Gonna do what I do. Oh, Lord. I am doing. These stains are so, you know, they're so common in any kitchen. And they're so, I don't know. It's like the American flag is, you know, well established as the American flag, you know. It's been around forever. Same, it's kind of like the quote-unquote only, sort of the only version we've known. Nobody expects it to ever change. So, here we are. Trying to see if this stuff's going to come off. It might. It might. I'm not saying it will. And if I get something off, I don't think I'll even know that I was able to unless I make sure and compare the before and afters. The Brillo pad doesn't seem, even though it's a Brillo pad, doesn't seem heavy enough, thick enough, coarse enough for this job. But I'd probably go to Gemini and say, is there a kind of a cleaning object that would be more coarse, more dense, more, because a Brillo pad's made with metal. But is there somebody else that makes another thing like a Brillo pad that makes it coarser metal or heavier metal? So if I had a heavier metal that I think it would help. Oh, Lord. Why don't you guys tell me a dad joke or something? I wish I had another phone in here that I could, have with Gemini and ask her to... Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm so weak that even just rubbing my hand and arm against a pan gets me out of breath. My heart condition is, dare I say, rather severe. I had a heart attack back in 2014. And then after that, I developed congestive heart failure as a result of that heart attack, I think. I think it was a direct... Yeah, this might work. It might work if I had something just a little more abrasive than a Brillo pad. I think that would make a difference. I don't have any idea what I could get that would do that. So, because that's a lot of work to put that much elbow grease and pressure and such on this. I just don't know. I'm gonna go ask Gemini if there. I'm sure there's something. I mean, somewhere in the world, somebody must have had this same problem before. I would think. Yeah, it might come off. I think if I can get a, like I just said, I'm repeating myself, but if I could get a, if I could get a Brillo pad that was more coarse and maybe bigger and like that, and it still had the Brillo compound on it or not. Oh, Lord. Sounds like I may have to go to Restaurant Supply, or I may have to look overseas, in France or Switzerland or Germany for some kind of an advanced super Brillo pad. I suppose Brillo has never had the sense to make one. You think they would, given that any company worth its salt is always trying to A, make more money, B, quote unquote, return value to the shareholders. God forbid they return value to the customers. That wouldn't be a smart thing to do, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I will ask Maybe I can ask, I don't know if I still know anybody in the restaurant supply business. I used to. I used to know some people. Don't think I do anymore. Boy. Yeah. Well, it has some hope. Not a lot, but more than zero at least. So let's, alright, let's go do this in the other room. Thank you guys. I'm gonna, oh God. Ugh. Lord knows what I just rubbed across my lips. Alright, I'm gonna leave this here so I can work on it a little more and close this video out that we're on now. And